You wake up feeling sluggish, your skin looks dull, and no matter how much water you drink, you still feel bloated. What if the key to fixing this is not in some expensive supplement, but in plants that have been quietly surviving and thriving in the harshest deserts on Earth? These forgotten plants do not just survive extreme conditions, they've evolved to detoxify themselves, and they can do the same for your liver. 1. The silent crisis nobody's talking about. Your liver is working overtime right now. Processed foods, environmental toxins, even the air you breathe, they're all flooding your system. Most people think fatigue and brain fog are just part of aging, but what if there's signs your liver is begging for help? The scary part? Conventional medicine often misses this until it's too late. The scary truth is your liver processes every single toxin you encounter, from the pesticides on your produce to the exhaust fumes you inhale during your commute. Most doctors only flag liver issues when enzymes are already dangerously elevated, but the damage starts years earlier. A 2023 study found microplastics in 80% of liver tissue samples from healthy adults. These tiny plastic particles act like sponges for toxins, overloading your liver's filtration system. And here's what's really disturbing. Standard blood tests often miss this gradual poisoning until cirrhosis develops. But there's hope in the unlikeliest places. Desert plants face constant toxin exposure, not just from their harsh environment, but from predators trying to poison them. That's why they've developed such powerful detox mechanisms. While your liver struggles with modern toxins, these plants have been perfecting their defenses for millennia. 2. Why your detox routine is not working. That green juice cleanse? It might be making things worse. Your liver does not just need fiber and vitamins, it needs specific compounds that bind to toxins and flush them out. Most trendy detox plans ignore this, leaving you stuck in a cycle of temporary relief. But nature already figured this out. The problem with most detox programs? They focus on flushing toxins without addressing the root issue, your liver's ability to neutralize them first. Think of it like trying to empty a clogged sink by pouring more water in. Those trendy charcoal drinks and juice fasts? They might pull out some surface toxins, but they do not activate your liver's phase 2 detox pathways, the crucial process where toxins are actually broken down for elimination. This explains why so many people feel worse after cleanses. When toxins get stirred up but not properly processed, they recirculate in your bloodstream. Desert plants work differently. Take Capparis spinosa caperbush. It does not just bind to toxins, it upregulates glutathione production by 150%, giving your liver the molecular tools it needs to safely process chemicals. That's the missing piece in modern detox approaches. 3. The desert secret. Plants that thrive in poison. Here's the breakthrough. Desert plants survive in soil loaded with heavy metals and air thinner than a grocery store plastic bag. They've developed insane adaptations to protect themselves, and we can borrow those. Take Nitraria retusa, a shrub that grows in the Sinai Desert. Bedouins have used it for centuries to treat liver disorders, and modern science just confirmed it regenerates liver cells. What makes these desert survivors so special? Their survival strategies read like science fiction. Some secrete protective waxes that trap heavy metals before they can enter their cells. Others produce unique flavonoids that act like molecular bodyguards, surrounding toxins until they can be safely expelled. Researchers at the University of Arizona discovered that Encielia farinosa brittlebush actually alters its leaf chemistry based on soil toxicity levels, something no human-made detox supplement can do. The Bedouins knew this intuitively. Their traditional preparation of Nitraria involves fermenting the leaves, which increases bioavailability of its liver-protecting compounds by nearly 300%. Modern science now shows this ancient method unlocks quercetin derivatives that specifically target fat deposits in liver cells. 4. The shocking truth about milk thistle. You've probably heard milk thistle is good for your liver. But here's what no one tells you. It's not the strongest option. A 2021 study found that Anastatica hieracuntica, a desert plant nicknamed the resurrection plant, was 40% more effective at reducing liver inflammation. It literally comes back to life after years of drought. Imagine what it could do for your cells. The milk thistle industry does not want you to know this. Its active ingredient, silymarin, becomes less effective with prolonged use. A 2022 meta-analysis showed its benefits plateau after 6 to 8 weeks. Resurrection plant works differently. Its protective effects actually increase over time because it stimulates your liver's own repair mechanisms. What's truly remarkable is how these plants handle oxidative stress. Where milk thistle provides antioxidants, Anastatica hyaracuntica teaches your cells to produce more of their own. It's the difference between giving someone a fish and teaching them to fish. In drought conditions, this plant survives near-complete dehydration by producing special proteins that protect its cell membranes, proteins that happen to also shield human liver cells from alcohol damage. 5. How modern life is stealing your energy. Think about your typical day. Coffee, stress, maybe a fast food lunch. Your liver is filtering all of it. One study found the average person has over 90 industrial chemicals in their blood. The good news? These desert plants evolved to neutralize worse. Your morning coffee alone forces your liver to process caffeine, mold toxins from low-quality beans, and often pesticide residues. Then there's the acetaminophen in your headache pills, the preservatives in your lunch, the chlorine in your shower water. It's death by 1,000 cuts. Autopsy studies show even teenagers now have fatty liver deposits. Yet consider this, the Atacama Desert receives less rainfall than any place on Earth, with soil so toxic NASA uses it to test Mars rovers. The plants that survive there? They're master chemists. Mariana setifolia, pearl bluebush, thrives in uranium-rich soils by transforming heavy metals into inert compounds. Your liver faces similar challenges daily. These plants offer the blueprint for surviving our chemical age. 6. The 3-step liver reset no one's teaching. First, Zilla spinosa, a thorny desert plant, blocks fat buildup in your liver. Second, Moringa peregrina, used by ancient Egyptians, boosts detox enzymes by 300%. Third, Calotropis procara, a toxic-looking weed, actually repairs damaged liver tissue. Combine them, and you've got a detox system pharmacies cannot replicate. Let's break down why this trio works so well together. Zilla spinosa contains unique sulfur compounds that block the very enzymes that create liver fat, like turning off a faucet instead of mopping up the spill. Moringa peregrina's secret weapon is its isothiocyanates, which activate detox genes that most humans never fully utilize. But the real game changer is Calotropis procara. Western medicine dismissed it as toxic, but traditional healers knew to use tiny doses. At precise concentrations, its cardenolides stimulate liver cell regeneration without side effects. Researchers in Saudi Arabia found it outperformed standard medications in repairing alcohol-damaged livers, with none of the pharmaceutical side effects. 7. Why Big Pharma ignores these plants. A liver transplant costs $800,000. A daily detox tea? Maybe $5. There's no profit in teaching you about free desert plants. But in Oman, Bedouins still use Rosia stricta to reverse jaundice. In Mexico, Coebralinia spinosa treats cirrhosis. These are not folk remedies. They're proven, and they're being suppressed. Follow the money. The global liver disease treatment market will hit $19 billion by 2027. Why would they promote free alternatives? In India's their desert, villagers still use Leptidemia pyrotechnica for jaundice, a practice documented in ancient Sanskrit texts. Modern studies confirm it increases bile flow better than prescription drugs. The suppression is not always malicious. Sometimes it's just ignorance. Western researchers rarely study these plants because they do not fit the single active compound drug model. But traditional healers understood their synergistic power. A 2020 study found that combining just 3 desert plants worked 60% better than any single extract, proof that nature's complexity outsmarts reductionist medicine. 8. But I do not live near a desert. Good news, you do not have to. Many of these grow in pots. Dipterygium glaucum thrives with neglect. Forget to water it for a month, and it gets stronger. It's the ultimate low-maintenance liver ally. Urban gardeners are already catching on. In Phoenix, people grow Jatropha cinerea, desert nettle, in parking strips. It needs no fertilizer, survives 120 degrees Fahrenheit heat. And its leaves make a liver tea that rivals milk thistle. The plant's secret? It stores water in its roots using glycoproteins that coincidentally protect human liver cells from dehydration damage. For apartment dwellers, try growing Adenium obesum, desert rose, indoors. Its striking flowers hide an incredible adaptation. The plant filters toxins through its thick stem before they reach its leaves. When you brew its petals, you're getting those same filtration compounds. One UCLA study found it reduced liver inflammation markers by 40% in just 28 days. 9. The 48-hour experiment that changed everything. A viewer in Texas tried this. She brewed Pergularia tomentosa leaves, a desert vine, into tea for 2 days. Her alt liver enzymes dropped 25 points. Her doctor asked if she'd started some new medication. Nope, just a plant that grows on roadsides in the Middle East. The Texas viewer's story gets better. After 6 weeks using Pergularia, her ultrasound showed noticeable reduction in liver fat. Her doctor assumed she'd quit drinking. The plant works because its unique latex contains pregnane glycosides, compounds that force liver cells to burn fat for energy instead of storing it. Similar results are coming in from around the world. A Jordanian study had hepatitis patients drink Raytam tea twice daily. After 3 months, 78% showed normal liver enzyme levels. The plant grows wild in the Wadi Rum Desert, where Bedouins call it the liver's broom. Modern labs now confirm it contains at least 7 compounds that selectively bind to viral particles in liver cells. 10. How to use these plants safely. Some are potent. Peganum harmala. Steep the leaves or find organic powders online. Your liver did not fail you. The system did. These plants are proof that nature already has solutions. If you're tired of feeling exhausted while billionaires sell you miracle cures, try the oldest medicine on earth. Start with one plant this week. Then hit reply and tell me how you feel. I read every comment. And if you're ready to take this deeper, hit subscribe. Next week, I'm revealing the desert fruit that reverses fatty liver in 21 days. See you then.